Good. Fran, just to start off with, but I know you spoke about the pride and the performance the other night, but how do you prepare for a game like this when there is obviously some disappointment maybe lingering?
Yeah, obviously we the first game, it was so exciting to be here. It was the reward for all our hard work last year. So it was all about enjoyment, about fighting, about testing ourselves against one of the best teams in the competition, and I think we did that. We fought like always. And we gave ourselves a great chance at the end to try to equalize. Obviously, it's mixed feelings because we are disappointed. We always want to win. We always fight hard enough to win. But on that occasion, we lost against the better team, and that's the fact. So although we are disappointed about the result, but we are proud of the performance, we are proud of our teammates, and we are so excited that we got another opportunity to leave Norway with a Champions League win, which is what we came here to do. We wanted to, but we knew how difficult that was be. Our very first Champions League game against the worst opponent probably we could have played. But I think the performance was very good and something to be proud of. So hopefully tomorrow we can get the 3 points, the win, and obviously that is many other things involved, like better financial reward, coefficient for the league for the second Champions League spot. So for us, it's another final, and we are so excited to be able to play and make up for the bad result we got on Wednesday.
I suppose though it's about exposure to this level. It's about coming in and playing in a European game, because it's only when you've been exposed to it that you can learn and develop as a team from it.
100%. We face the player Alba Redondo, who scored, is a senior Spanish international. One of the best players of the national team, Spain national team. We never play our position as good as Levante before. And we were able to compete. So in terms of confidence, we know if we can compete against Levante, we can compete against any team in the world. Of course, some teams will take their chances, but it was very close game. That's what at this moment in time we have no experience in Europe, and that was our first game. So I think as a first game is to be proud, and yeah, that will only make us stronger, and a very, very big lesson, big learning opportunity, and hopefully some little bits that we learn, hopefully we can put in practice tomorrow and get our first win, as I say, against a team that is very experienced in the competition. Minsk has been here many years, so the occasion for them is they're more used to. For us, still is our second game. So yeah, it's all about growth, it's all about development, and this is where we belong, and we are so happy to be here, and hopefully we get something more from tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, on paper this looks like an easier game, but Minsk aren't to be underestimated either, just because of the experience they have at European level too.
Yeah, I mean, on paper Rosenborg were the favorites, but they were 1-1 and they scored the winning goal in the 70th minute. So we cannot underestimate them, especially in European competition. Experience is very, very important, and they are not going to be afraid of us at all. On paper, obviously, you cannot compare them with Levante. I think Levante is a whole new level of team, but obviously they are more experienced than us, and it's going to be a 50-50 game, and hopefully we will be the best on the day and we can get the win. Of course, we won't underestimate them, and we will try to play our best football. I think if we play our best football, we will give ourselves a good chance of getting this amazing win in a Champions League, which we all dream about.
What was the reaction from the squad and the girls after that first game on Wednesday night? What was the reaction and what was the feedback that you had from them?
It was very emotional. We remember together in the changing room. We remember the struggles from last season on the field, off the field. I expressed myself how proud I was, but then the captains they talk. We got into a huddle and they talk, and they say some things that needed to be said, and we all got very emotional. It was a very special moment in a very positive way, of course, no negativity, because it was all positive, apart from the final result. But that was almost irrelevant when we talk about how proud we were to be representing the badge of Celtic Football Club and representing our teammates. So yeah, very, very special moment, almost goosebumps moment. And I think we are now more united than we never been, and looking forward to see how much stronger we are in tomorrow. I think we are going to see a team that is going to fight even harder, if it's possible, because we are quite good at competing and fighting.
Thank you. Good luck.
David Faulds.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Fran.
How David? You okay?
Yeah, I was absolutely thrilled watching the game. I was so proud of the team. Thought they were absolutely brilliant. I wasn't so sure about our manager, though, who seemed to pick up a caution. And I just wondered what you said to that Russian referee.
No, I say, in my humble opinion, I think this decision is slightly wrong. And, I just got booked for that. So absolutely no reason for that. No, I mean, it was a very intense game. I know what it was in stake, and we were so close. Obviously, we got some close contacts in Spain, the Levante manager and myself, and maybe he's not one of the best, the most liked managers in the Spanish football. And we got a few football issues in the hotel, and it was a very tense game. And obviously, I thought the referee didn't have the best game, and I let her know, but I let her know too many times, and she had enough. So after that, I was a little bit more quiet. Part of football, part of the game.
The goal itself from the free kick, that is one of the most incredible goals. I've just written about that on the site. One of the most incredible goals you've ever seen. It was absolutely astonishing.
For me, yeah, any goal, it would have been astonishing for me, scoring in the Champions League and come back into the game, a game that we were 2-0 down, and, maybe the faith levels weren't very high. But after this goal, actually, they didn't create much, and was all more opportunities for us to try to get the equalizer. I think it was a great strike. Obviously, we are very good at set plays. Obviously, the pitch was fast because of the rain, and, maybe the goalkeeper could have done more, but obviously when you got this type of strike from Kaelin, you always give yourself a chance. Any contact, or if nobody touched the ball, it's on target, so you give yourself a chance. So yeah, we were absolutely over the moon, and at that point we knew that we have a chance. I honestly thought we will get the draw. We were close, but not quite.
Yeah. I wonder if you could hear yourself think with all that noise from the Bratback boys.
They were good. It's amazing, to be fair. Wherever we go, we always got a group of Celtic fans supporting us and cheering us up. And to be fair, they were very helpful at times where Levante have spells the total domination. They start to sink, and we kind of feel this extra push, and we win again and again. So yeah, no, it's amazing to have Celtic family wherever we go in the world.
Great. Good luck tomorrow. 3-0, I think we'll win, by the way.
Thank you very much. I hope you are right.
Alan Campbell.
Thanks, Ian. What kind of game do you expect against Minsk, Fran? What kind of team are they? I believe they've got a couple of very good Nigerian players.
They are a very good counter-attacking team. Shape-wise, I don't think they are as organized as Levante, but saying that, that make our job more difficult in terms of tactical planning, because they are a little bit chaotic at times, but they are very dangerous. Against Rosenborg, they've been dominated for most of the game, and then, in a counter-attack, they caught them 1-1, and then it came from nowhere, really. So they are very dangerous. They have two or three players with a lot of talent. They have a few weaknesses as well, which obviously we will show the girls in a couple of hours. But I expect a tough game. They are, as I say, they are very experienced in Europe. We are very inexperienced in Europe, and it's gonna be a tough challenge. But we got so much desire to get the 3 points. The feedback we got after the game from our fans in Scotland, from people from inside the club, everyone used the same word, how proud they were, and we are desperate to pay them back with a win. I know for us will mean. For us, it's like a World Cup final. That's how important is the game. So we will fight, knowing the importance of the game, and obviously another tough opponent. But that's what Champions League is. The best teams in Europe are here. That's why we are here. So obviously there are no easy games in the Champions League.
Good. Thanks very much, Fran. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Colin. Colin, what?
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Hi, Fran. How's it going?
Hi, Colin. How are you?
Yeah, doing good, thank you. When we think back to last season, and at one point you made the comment that you were the third horse in a two-horse race. To now get to this stage where you're playing Champions League football and that performance on Wednesday night, that must make you so proud of the team. Tell us a bit about the journey from that moment to today, and how much further do you think you can get out of them?
Yeah, so that's kind of what we come in on the changing room after the performance against Levante. You know, it has been tough. It has been a year where we've been criticized, we've been pulled down over and over again. We've been said 20,000 times that we were the third horse in a two-horse race, and at the end we managed to be one of the top two teams that qualify for Champions League. So, you know, we knew we were good enough to do it, but we were the only one that knew it. You know, everyone else thought we couldn't do it. So that, you know, make us proud. And for us, we always felt like it's us against the rest of the league. Like everyone is almost everyone against Celtic, but that make us stronger. Our bonding is so strong, and you can see this in the performances. We are very, very good competitors. Everyone give the 120% for the teammates, and that always give us a chance. And you know, for me, I say to the players, if we can compete against Levante, we can compete against any team. They are a top side. They got top players. Tactically, they are amazing. Technically, they are amazing. So, you know, the fact that they were asking for to the referee to get the final whistle, that's the best compliment we could have. You know, so yeah, that gives us a lot of confidence. Not only for the game tomorrow, but when we come back to the domestic competition, you know, we are not going to be afraid of anyone, even when we are underdogs, because we will be underdogs. But you know, we are not afraid. We know we are good enough to compete against anyone, and we show it. We show it yesterday against the best opponent we ever faced.
Yeah, and one of the kind of highlights of the game would have to be Chloe Logan's penalty save. The girls must have been buzzing when she made that save. It's something that when you've got a keeper that you can rely upon going into these tougher games, it's definitely plays into your hands. It's one of the advantages you've got.
Yeah, for me, you know, we got a squad that in each position, I got the players I really want to have. Not only the penalty, I mean, the penalty was key, but she did another 3-4 saves that kept us in the game. You know, at the same time, you know, some of our 1v1 defending was outstanding. The back four, the line of the back four was outstanding, almost no mistakes. For a team that is constantly threatening the back four, they play with the limit, with the offside. So it is very, very challenging. So I think every player gave their very best. And I think, you know, the worst player of our team got an 8 out of 10. And that's the worst. But yeah, Chloe got one performance of a 10. You know, maybe a couple of, you know, with the feet she could be more accurate, but obviously the pitch was difficult. The pass not always, because it was a lot of pressure. But I think she was outstanding, and you know, and saw their teammates. So yeah, delighted with Chloe and the teammates as well. You know, she's working very hard and she's getting the reward that she deserves.
And just briefly, Fran, before we finish up, how important do you think it is that UEFA look to introduce the secondary tournaments to the women's game as well, to match in with the men's game, with the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, that would give not only Celtic but other teams in the league the chance to experience this football on a more regular basis? Yeah,
this is amazing. You know, we are all fighting, of course. We fight for the competition, we fight for the trophies, but at the end there is a bigger fight. You know, we want the women game to be as good as the men game. That's what everyone involved in the women game is pushing for. You know, when I started in the women game 10 years ago, you cannot imagine the difference with that now is with them. Champions League, this is the best Champions League ever in terms of resources, in terms of exposure. It's amazing, and it's very special that we are here for first time in the best one. And you know, obviously we have a taste of it. We still got one game to play, but that makes us even more hungry to be here next year. So yeah, I think it's very important. UEFA and what clubs are doing, especially Celtic in Scotland, you know, is helping the women game, and I think this is very, very important. And good luck for tomorrow. Thank you very much, Colin.
Thank you, Colin. Ewan?
Hello, Fran. How are you?
Hi, Ewan. I'm very good. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. That's per. Just sort of wondering from your perspective as a manager, when you go 1-0 down, obviously it's a tremendous effort from the players and still very much in that game. when a disappointing goal like that goes in for the opposition, what are you saying to your players? You know, at this stage, what's the kind of message there? Because the effort was just tremendous.
The effort was tremendous. I think in the second half, sorry, in the first half, we make a few tactical disadjustment based on passion and enthusiasm. So we left our positions, we pressed when we shouldn't press, and that allow space in behind. So we correct this at halftime. We tell the specific players not to leave the position in certain actions. And I think in the second half was much better. And I say, girls, just carry on like that, give ourselves a chance. If we carry on with the 1-0 in the last 25 minutes, we press them high and we get something from the game. We concede, which was against our plans. We concede at the beginning of the second half, and that was a little bit heartbreaking. But then as soon as we score, straight away, the message from the changing room, we go now. It was the 63rd minute, I think. And from now we go, and we start to press them high, and they start to panic. They start to lose the ball more often. They start to be a little bit scared of we could potentially hurt them. So yeah, that's what pretty much was, heartbroken after the second goal, disappointed at the first goal, of course, but I knew, they will have chances because they are a very good team. And then delighted when we scored 2-1, and I was sure we will equalize. I was wrong, but I was sure we will equalize. I thought maybe Ishi's free kick at the end, I was 100% sure was going to be in, but it wasn't.
Well, I mean, still, it's a big stage for yourself and for these players. And you mentioned earlier about the fact that your players can compete with some of the best in Europe. But what about yourself as a manager? Like, do you feel that you've improved from the experience? And is it just a case of like wanting to get back here next year? Already? Yeah.
Of course, as I want to come here. I never been in the Champions League before. I was in the Europa League in the main game, but this is the best experience I have in Europe. And of course, we always learn. I learn from opposition managers. I learn from opposition teams. I think we can learn a lot from Levante tactically. I think some of their build-up play was outstanding. So obviously we analyze this afterwards, and some of these things, this is about constant development for players and for managers. But what I would say is when you got the players I got, then that make a coaching team and managing team look better. And all the credit, of course, would be for the team, because you cannot teach fight. You either feel it or you don't, and this is what they do. They feel the logo, they feel the crest, and they fight for it and for their teammates, and that's only credit to them.
Brilliant. I'm going to make you accept a compliment one day, Fran. I will. Thank you.
Okay, guys.